Testing, 1, 2, 3. I'll start the commentary in just a moment, guys. All right, welcome back everybody to LSR Lightning Speed Racing. I am Formula Jonah, League founder, and yeah, we're here commentating, we're here watching the live stream for the LSR Austrian Grand Prix. This is round 5 of the championship at the Red Bull Ring, and we're here for another exciting race in the top division of LSR, Group 1. So, this track, as called the Red Bull Ring, it has 10 turns, which makes it actually the shortest track on the Formula 1 calendar in terms of turns, and I believe miles long as well. It's around 2.6 miles long, 4.3 kilometers if anyone is using that format, and there's also 3 DRS zones to help encourage overtaking for around here as well. Overtaking is going to be incredibly high, especially down to turn 3, and that is that really slow turn as well. So super high acceleration into that long straight from turn 1 to turn 3, and then super low acceleration and deceleration, I guess, down into turn 3 itself. So yeah, definitely going to be a fascinating race here in Group 1, and you join us with around 15 minutes remaining of this qualifying session. Oh, as we see Sohype spinning off there in the Aston Martin. I think he was already invalidated on his time, so didn't really affect his lap at the moment, but yeah, I'm Formula Jonah, LSR founder, commentating today. It's just me in the commentary booth, so I will be giving you guys the details on today's race and just the whole atmosphere of racing and all that sort of thing. As you can see, we have 16 drivers on the grid, so a little bit of a lower attendance, I guess, for Group 1 today. Although we do expect to have another driver joining during qualifying, maybe a second as well, so we could get an 18-car grid, which would be great. Still, 16 cars is great, but I would say it's a little bit lower of attendance. As you can see, there's a few reserves in here as well, but nevertheless, there's more full-time drivers on the grid, and of course, that championship is incredibly close, as who knows, really, who's going to take this championship. I think in the previous 3 years of racing here in LSR Group 1, it's been a pretty, I don't know how to really explain it, but like we kind of knew who was going to be the champion. I think Season 2 is a perfect example of that, as we see Xiaomi going fastest overall in the Williams. I'll talk about that in a moment. But in Season 2, B-Tom was just on fire, won almost every single race. I think he won every race except Portugal, which Forzan won, who's driving a McLaren today. And we kind of knew, oh yeah, B-Tom's going to be world champion in Season 2. But here we have, like, I don't know, 6 or 8... somewhere around there of drivers in the hunt for the Drivers' Championship, which is insane. We've already got, I think, 3 different winners so far. We could get a 4th today, who knows? But yeah, it's definitely going to be an exciting season. I cannot wait for the remainder of it. We're already 5 races into it. We're here at Austria for the Red Bull Ring. The 3rd time we visited Austria here at LSR. Season 2, first race. Then we came back at Season 3, and now we're here for a 3rd time in Season 4. But I want to talk about the on-track action right now. So we've been talking about the Austrian Grand Prix. We've been talking about LSR as a whole. But let's talk about the times we are seeing out on track. You have about 12 minutes remaining of the session. For those drivers out on track, what do you do? Well, I'd say 2 more laps. Give it 2 more laps if you have already gone out on a time. then maybe one more. Because at the same time, the thing with the Austrian Grand Prix is that tire degradation isn't really that bad. So you can go longer on a tire, and that means that you kind of want to save a soft tire for a little bit longer into the race, as CPI Forzen does retire from the session in the pit lane. Not sure why he's done that, but I wonder... I don't know why he's done that, but yeah, so drivers might want to, like, keep those, at least one soft compound tire for the race. They also might just want to use all the soft tires now and just go like, okay, let's do it. Whoa, what has just happened to a Ferrari? Viperize was on track at around turn 2, which is the uphill turn to turn 3, and he is teleported back to the first turn. Not sure what's going on there. First lag spike, I guess you could say, of the session. And, yeah, strange to see Viperize teleporting. I don't know, maybe it was just on my screen. But anyway, let's talk about who's in what position right now. Xiaomi, the Williams driver, in P1, a 104.9, just about 1/100th of a second ahead of Bickle's time. Williams haven't had a really good start to the season. I mean, there was that breakthrough points finish for TCR F1 Racer. I believe it was at China, where he got like P6 or something like that. That was good for him, as Sohives now goes fastest overall with a 104.6, 3/10 faster than Xiaomi in the Williams. But going back to Williams real quickly, they haven't really had the best of starts to the season, and I think that's just down to not the driver lineup, because they have a super strong driver lineup. I think it's just that everybody else has a really strong driver lineup at the same time, and so I think it's really hurt them in that fight, you know. Of course, F1 Racer, a new driver to LSR. Xiaomi has been here, I think, every single season, so he's kind of the experienced driver at the team, but then also F1 Racer's a super quick driver as well. So now, I think what needs to happen for Williams is they need to start picking up some really good points. Like where Xiaomi's right now, a podium would really boost their confidence, I think, and get Williams back in that hunt, because I believe they're like 9th or 10th in the championship right now, and that's not good, as Alexis Beast joins the session, so we might have another reserve joining. I know Vapor, Sir Vapor in the Ferrari, I believe he was joining at some point during qualifying. I'm not sure about Kendricks, the Group 3 Alpine driver, might be reserving today. But good to see Alexis Beast in here. That'd be great to get him into the session. But yeah, another team that might be struggling is Mercedes. Mercedes has Bickle and Tom, two very good drivers. But it seems like they're kind of down in the Constructors' Championship. They need some really, really good results. I think Bickle will definitely bring that. He's got a very, very strong car. I believe Tom has the pace as well to be up there. So if they can just keep it consistent, you know, get some really, really strong, like, top 5 finishes consistently, both cars in the top 8, something like that, that would be really, really good for them. So Mercedes and Williams, I think 2 teams that we got to watch out for in this championship, along with AlphaTauri as well. They haven't had a super strong season start. I think those are the 3 teams towards the back of the field at the moment. And it's unfortunate, of course, but at the end of the day, you're always going to get a team that's towards the back of the field. And it's not that their driver lineup is bad or anything like that. It's just that that's how it goes. And hopefully they'll be able to pick it up throughout the rest of the session and season and all that sort of thing. But anyway, we have about 8 minutes remaining of the qualifying session. B-Tom, Season 2 and Season 3 champion, is in P2 at the current moment. Wow, look how close that time is. I'm laughing at it. Sohives and B-Tom separated by around, I'd say that's a 1/100th of a second. That is insane how close the times are right there. And Bickle also improved to go 3rd with a 104.7. So top 3 separated by around 1/10 of a second, which is pretty cool. And I think we'll see some even quicker times. Sevlaflare as well. Let's talk about the Alpine driver. I was not here for the Dutch Grand Prix, and if you guys were not here as well, don't worry. Oh, so we see a Red Bull off the track. I believe that's Vacant Haddock off in the gravel. A turn that is very difficult to master. But yeah, I was not here, and if you guys were not here for the Dutch Grand Prix, check it out. We had some awesome commentary for that, an awesome race as well. I tuned in for the live stream. and it was just awesome action. I think we had like at least 5 cars in the battle for the top 5 for a brief time, and the battle for first at the very end, Sevoflare versus B-Tom, it came down to the absolute wire, and it was Sevoflare that did take his first win of the season. As Not Sir Vapor does join the session, so great news for Ferrari. Ferrari need a good result as well. SSL Mango, unfortunately not here today. Super unfortunate to see him not here. I gotta say, the qualifying master of this league. He has like qualified on pole. I'd say more than anyone else in the league, if I'm being honest. But yeah, they need a good result, I think, through the season. Hopefully, Viperize, who's reserving for the team, and Not Sir Vapor will be able to bring that today, and hopefully Mango will join back at the next race in Singapore, which will be round 7 of the championship next week. But I want to try and find a driver to go on board with. Maybe we'll take an onboard with Xiaomi. We haven't done an onboard with the Williams team yet, and we were talking about Williams, and they seem to have so far, a pretty good session so far, especially with Xiaomi up there, and he might be a challenger for the top 5. I could definitely see that from the Williams driver. So let's take it on board with the number 7 Williams racing car as he comes round turn 10. So we're coming up the hill, slight crest up here as we come into turn 1, a very difficult corner to get completely right. You want to keep it left and then just kind of rotate the car very nicely. Don't get too wide as you can get into validation. Up the hill as you see the beautiful landscape of Spielberg, Austria, and we're going to go into turn 3 now. This is where you're going to see the top speed of the F1 cars, and down to turn 3, a bit of a hairpin and a traction zone as well. You don't want to full throttle it on the exit of 3 as you can spin the car very easily. Now onto the backstretch now, down to turn 4. And this is the place where drivers have a lot of understeer, and this is where like a lot of contact happens as well. Lando Norris, Sergio Perez, I could think of back in, I think 2021 it was. Now into the S's now, you could say, the slower part of the track, Sector 2, and Xiaomi going a little slow into turn 5, and I wonder if he has backed out of his time. It seems that he's going a little slow through turn 8, a traction zone as well. Yeah, I think he has backed out. So that's it for Xiaomi. His time is not going to be improving on that particular lap, but you could see how weird this track kind of is in a way. You got the Sector 1, which is super fast. There's like only like 3 corners, and then you head into the S's, which are kind of like this I don't know, the slow part of the track. A lot of understeer is going to happen, especially at turn 5 and turn 7. Those are the 2 like I guess turnarounds for the track. So that's where I believe, I want to say Tom is coming to right now. Turn 7, this one is. This is a corner you want to make sure you turn as much as possible, but don't turn too much. I don't know how that really makes sense, but the reason why I say that is you want to make sure that you're turning so the car actually does turn into that corner, but at the same time, you got to be very, very careful with it because it's a traction zone. And if you put too much on, if you put your foot too much on the throttle, then the car spins. That's turn 8. That's the exit of 7. So it definitely is a tricky corner, and probably the hardest corner to get right, I'd say. Honestly, I would say it's either turn 8 or turn 1. One of those corners is definitely going to be the hardest. So we're heading into the final 3 minutes of qualifying. Sohype's currently fastest overall at 104.622. That's currently the fastest time for the Aston Martin driver. And Sohype's didn't really... Oh, Xiaomi's out of the session at turn 1. A spin, possibly? Or something happened to the Williams driver. But what I was going to say was... yeah, Sohype's last weekend in Netherlands, it didn't really go well for the Aston Martin driver. I think he finished, I want to say P6, maybe P7. Sprint didn't go well either. He actually DNF'd, I believe, from the Dutch Grand Prix sprint race. I would say it wasn't a really good result for him, considering that he had those 2 wins in China and in the first race at USA. So I think he's definitely going to want to bounce back and keep hold of that championship lead, because you got the likes of Speed Queen, Sevoflare, Bickle, B-Tom coming through the field and looking to be the one on top of the championship standings. So yeah, definitely going to be interesting. And also, I want to see what McLaren can do. Yeah, boring CPI 4s and very, very quick driver lineup right there. And I am very curious to see what they can do at the McLaren team. Of course, CPI 4s is starting towards the back of the grid. I believe he'll start P17 because Nasser Vapor has a qualifying ban, I believe. But yeah, Forzan, I'm interested to see what he can do. I'm interested in what Boring can do. I'm interested to see if McLaren can get back on top, because Forzan and Boring, very quick driver lineup, as I mentioned. Forzan won the Bahrain Grand Prix just a few races ago, is a very quick driver, and somebody I think that will surprise a few throughout the whole season. So, final minutes of qualifying. Who can improve on their time? Bickle improves on his time by 0.2 of a second. The Mercedes driver, 104.489. Very quick lap time from Bickle in the Mercedes, and now LSR owner as well. And that is a very, very competitive time. Can anyone beat that? That is the question. So Hype's about to start his lap. B-Tom on an out lap. Same with Waitsy. Where is Sevlaflair? Is he on time? I believe he's getting ready for his lap. Let's see. Actually, it looks like he's going very fast, so let's see what he can do if he does come across the line. I think he was on an out lap. Okay, so now he's on his flying lap. Let's see what the Alpine driver can do in some time, because we're going to take an onboard with the other drivers. Speed Queen down by, I want to say 1/100th of a second, 1/100th of a second, so very close to improving her time. Tom is done, I believe. He's letting a few drivers through. Vacant Haddock up by 1/10 of a second, so he can improve to maybe go into 9th, as it looks like. Kendricks has joined the session. Good to see him there. Kevin Cal to the line now. He goes P11 for AlphaTauri, so good lap time from Kevin. Kinsome is up by 1/10 of a second, so could improve to a few positions. We'll see how that works out. The top 6 battling out. Speed Queen to the line. Doesn't improve on her position. She stays P6. Waitsy on a time as well. So Alfa Romeo P5 and P6 at the current moment. Here comes Sevlaflair. And the Alpine driver is going to come to the line now. P4 at the current moment. Where can he go? It is pole position for the Alpine driver. Sevlaflair, the winner of the Dutch Grand Prix, steals it back from Bickle. But the question is, can anyone else improve? There's still a few drivers out on track. I'm looking at B-Tom and Waitsy. B-Tom, Season 2 and Season 3 champion, goes purple in the second sector. It's not over yet. Sevlaflair took it off of Bickle. Bickle had a very strong time. Same with Sevlaflair. But what can B-Tom do? The Haas driver to the line. It is only P3, a 104.5, and last season's champion will start on the second row of the Gran unless Waitsy can deny him of that. Let's see. The Alpha actually dives into the pit lane, so it will be P3 for Taz B-Tom. But what a competitive time from Sevlaflair in the Alpine, a 104.2. I believe that is his first pole position of Season 4. And he starts off the Austrian Grand Prix on top in qualifying. Bickle P2, followed by B-Tom and Sohypes and Waitsy completing the top 5. Wow, absolutely insane qualifying session here today. A very close grid, I've got to say. And if you look at that, actually, the top 7 are just kind of going down the order of numbers. You got Bickle with a 104.4, then a 104.5 for B-Tom, a 104.6 for Sohypes, a 104.7 for Waitsy, and a 104.8 for Speed Queen. So, and then Shahomi's a 104.9. So, yeah, it's kind of a very close grid here. But yeah, this is gonna be an amazing race, I gotta say. And I think the key point for this one is keeping it clean through turn 1 and turn 3. Those are the braking zones, the first 2 braking zones. After that, you're pretty much good throughout the lap. But I think the main point is that these drivers have to be consistent, careful, that's another word I'd use, and fast, really fast. Because the thing is about here is that it is a very, very... I was going to say a different word, but I don't think it's actually a word. I was going to say overtakey, but I don't think that's a that's not a word. But my point is that it's a track where there's a lot of overtakes. there's a lot of overtaking opportunities. So defending is going to be critical, and speed is going to be critical. And that's the thing about this track, is that it's half and half. You want downforce in turns like turn 4, turn 8, turn 5, corners like that. And then you also want speeds down the 3 DRS zones. So, yeah, definitely going to be interesting. So, we're just waiting for the grid to go. It's stopped on 1 second remaining. I believe we're waiting on CPI, Forza, and Kendricks, and, well, Fernando Alonso's here as well, to end off the session. So we got Seven Flare on pole position, and at the back of the grid we got Fernando Alonso, who has joined the grid. Hello, Fernando. I mean, he's at Alpine, though, so not in a super quick car compared to the Aston. There we go. Okay, qualifying is complete. Now I'm actually curious to see if the Alpine of Fernando Alonso is actually going to be in the race. That'd be really cool. Imagine if Alonso just like comes from 20th and obliterates the entire field. You know, just comes through and just instantly sets like 101s and stuff like that. That'd be kind of funny. So here's qualifying. Seven Flare on pole position, followed by Ickle Bickle and B-Tom in P3. Sohypes, Waitsy, Speed Queen. And then it's Xiaomi, Viperize, Tom, and Vacant Haddock, the top 10 for the Austrian Grand Prix, or Grand Prix, you could say it as. And yeah, we're heading in to the race now. No formation lap, so straight into this. I'm going to get some water, and then we're going to head into the 36 laps of the Austrian Grand Prix. And you may be asking yourself, what is the tire strategy for around here? Well, tire strategy can be a critical point in today's race. Definitely a one-stop, I'd say. Medium to hard is the best strategy for around here. Although, you could go hard to soft. That's an option. Or soft to hard, something like that. But honestly, the best strategy is going to be a medium to hard. Before we start, look at this. The pit crew is all stacked up like that. That just shows the wonders of Codemasters. You can see the Haas crew. There's like at least 4 or 5 people just stacked up right there. That shows this is a game, of course. But yeah, we move on. 15 seconds to go until lights out for the Austrian Grand Prix. Stick around. I'm Formula Jonah, founder of LSR. I'm here commentating the race here in Division Number 1, Group 1, as we called it, the top division, and we're ready to go for the 36 laps of the Austrian Grand Prix, Round 5 of the championship. The lights are about to go out. The racing is starting. We're racing underway. Seven Flare gets a great start, but Ickle Pickle gets a good one as well. He's looking to challenge Seven Flare. Here comes the Haas of B-Tom. Oh, contact! The Aston and the Alfa Romeo both break late, sorry. And that is Ickle and B-Tom hit from behind by Speed Queen and Sohypes, I believe. Both break late into turn 1, or it was the opposite. They both braked early. I'm not exactly sure. But it's a pretty clean start regardless of that. Viperize, great start from the Ferrari driver. Although he is in a battle with Sohypes. It's that F1 racer. Maybe a spin or something like that. And it's a full course safety car that has been called out on track. F1 racer out of this race. And safety car has been called out on lap 1. I believe that's because of F1 racer's car spinning around there. Yup, Boring and Kevin Cal. I believe they swapped it. Viperize says he has no wing. He's in P3 at the current moment, but I want to find out what happened with Ickle Bickle and B-Tom. Did the two of them break early, or did Speed Queen and Sohypes break late? Because that was pretty much in unison. They both... Something happened where the same exact incident happened at the same exact part of the track. And that's just weird, honestly. That's a little weird to see that. But there's I definitely want to see what the stewards have to say. But that's another incident where Ickle Bickle has been out at turn 1. Same with B-Tom. It seems like both of them have had really bad luck at turn 1 in the past. But hopefully they can come back stronger in this one. They're in 12th and 13th now from starting, what was it, P2 and P3? But they were hit from behind, I believe. And usually in incidents and stuff like that, it is down to the driver behind. So whoever's behind is the person that has responsibility to brake earlier. If the car is braking ahead, then it is the car behind that is the responsibility to brake earlier. It's possible that the two ahead broke a little bit earlier, and then it was kind of just like a racing incident kind of thing. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that all worked out. I want to see like a replay, or I want to see what they have to say or something like that. But I do have to mention that honestly, I will not be finding out exactly what is going on, because that is down to the stewards, and I am no longer a steward or the league owner of LSR, and I'll explain a little bit more on that in a bit if I get an opportunity, since I haven't mentioned that on live stream yet. But yeah, we're here. Oh, Ferrari in the background. That's not Sir Vapor crashing out on the safety car. What happened to Vapor? Oh, that's a big collision for the Ferrari driver. He's out of this race, and a really, really disappointing start for Ferrari, honestly. And Albrecht is coming in the pit lane for the second time, I believe. But Vapor has crashed under safety car. I wonder if he got too much on the power roll, weaving kind of like Grosjean, actually, at the Azerbaijan Grand Prix back in 2018. I'm going to read the comments and see what happened. So, let's see. I want to see if like anyone's talking about what happened with Vapor, or if Vapor knows what happened. I'm not sure, but I do know that drivers are wondering why people braked earlier at turn 1. I'm not sure why they thought that. I'm not sure. Maybe those drivers did brake earlier than expected. I think it's the battle for P1 and P2 and all that at turn 1. But yeah, unfortunate, of course. But doesn't mean it's the end of the race. Still got a long ways to go. The drivers that were involved are in P11 and P12. They've lost, yeah, a few positions, like 8 or so positions, and that's quite a lot in F1 terms. But doesn't mean it's gonna end the race. It doesn't mean that at all. It actually means the complete opposite, that there's still a race. So hopefully they can come back stronger throughout the rest of the Grand Prix. And Austria's kind of, that happens. You know, turn 1 is a very, very difficult turn to take. It's happened in multiple different leagues. It's happened before in Season 3 of LSR. It's happened before, I believe, in Season 2 of LSR in one of the groups. So that's life. We continue on. We're on lap 4 out of 36, so around 32 laps to go in the LSR Austrian Grand Prix. Sevaflare still leads away. Speed Queen in P2, Shahomi in P3, followed by Tom and Yep Boring. AlphaTauri, a great start by them as well. Kevin Cal and Alexis Beast in P6 and P7, both Group 2 drivers, although Kevin Cal is also a Group 1 driver. He was promoted halfway through the season. And Forzen up to 9th. Look at that battle between 9th, basically down to 13th. Those are the guys that were up at the front of the field. And I'd say are on similar pace, so we could see a very intense battle right there. And it could be, it could go down to the absolute wire kind of thing. But just don't crash, that's the goal. So safety car is in this lap. Racing gets underway. We will finally get, we'll hopefully finally get our first completed lap for the Austrian Grand Prix. His safety car did come out on lap 1. And Sevaflare will lead us away. The question is, when will he go? He had a very unique strategy at the Dutch Grand Prix, which paid off massively for the Alpine. And we will see if he will continue to do another unique strategy here at the Red Bull Ring. Speed Queen will look to get the jump on Sevaflare. Sevaflare really warming up those tires. It's a good thing to do that. As he's going to lead probably at the exit of turn 9 or turn 10. Let's see. Yes, he goes to the exit of 9. And a very good start, actually, from Sevaflare, already leading by around 0.8 of a second from Speed Queen. There's Mercedes going a little bit wide there. That might be Tom. Cold tires, possibly. I want to keep an eye on the battle for 9th and 10th around this battle right here. Ickle Bickle on the back of RDR Waitsy in that Alfa Romeo. Waitsy doesn't get a super good exit out of turn 1, and Ickle's going to try and make that move. Here comes B-Tom as well. In the Haas, B-Tom gets past Waitsy, and Astoives might get past as well. So Waitsy's lost 3 places. Also battle for P7 right now. Alexis Beast getting past Kingsholm. Kingsholm in the Aston Martin, under pressure from CPI Forzan, the McLaren on the hard compound tires, looking to make that move. Kingsholm bravely defends the inside line, very good from the Aston Martin. Let's take a look at tires. Most of them are on hards and mediums. And Forzan kind of stuck in this train right now. He's also got Ickle Bickle, B-Tom, and Solheim and Waitsy just right behind. This is an incredibly close field right here. There are so many quick drivers on this grid. Meanwhile, Sevillaflare has extended the gap by around 4 or so tenths from the original start. He is now 1.2 seconds ahead of Speed Queen and now has the fastest lap as well. Here comes Forzan on the Aston Martin. Kingsholm defending the inside. Forzan's going to look round the outside of the Aston Martin driver. A little bit of contact, and there is more contact between the two drivers. Both spin around there. Not sure exactly who was at fault, but Forzan and Kingsholm were down to last. That is incredibly unfortunate. Most incidents happening at turn 1 as Taz does get past Ickle Bickle. So the Haas driver up into P8 now. And he's on the hard, so good move from B-Tom. And Vacant and Kendricks, the 2 Red Bulls, swap positions for, I believe, 12th. And Viperize now getting ahead as well. So Viperize up into 13th. Kendricks is looking to come back at him, though. Let's see what Kendricks can do. He cannot make that overtake currently, but he'll have another opportunity, I'm sure of it. And Forzan coming back. Oh, there's a Red Bull spinning off. That's Kendricks. Unfortunate to see Kendricks spinning and further down the grid as well. Sevillaflare sitting in another fastest lap. He's really dominating this one as CPI Forzan looking to make that move on Albrecht, the other Haas driver. And here comes Forzan going around the outside. The similar move to Kingsholm, but he should get it before turn 1. Yes, and Albrecht does let him pass there. Forzan up into 14th now. Oh, move for P2. Speed Queen and Xiaomi swapping positions. Here comes the Alfa Romeo back on Xiaomi. Speed Queen will look to get past this. Taz making a move on not 1 but 2 drivers. He made it on Alexis Beats and Yaboring. Ickle Bickle coming in this battle as well. They are making their way through the field. Down the inside goes Ickle Bickle. Yaboring just going to keep the place though. And here comes Sohives on Alexis Beast as well. This is super intense. So many drivers weaving their way through the field. Sohives right in the back of Ickle Bickle in that Aston Martin. Let's see if he's going to get past. I don't think he's going to be able to do it on this particular lap. We'll have another opportunity. Oh, and Viperize is out at turn 7, and that's another safety car that has been called out on track, and that's the second Ferrari that is out. Ferrari disaster. Oh my goodness. A disaster for the Ferrari team, and Sevillaflare's gap is now decreased rapidly. But the second safety car is out on track on lap 8. And I mean, I guess it makes sense. There is a car out on track, and I would pull out a safety car as well. If it was like a car spinning or something like that, that's a virtual, definitely. But if there's a massive crash and there's debris all over the place and the car is like, I don't know, close to a point where another car could go off, then definitely bring out a safety car. But I'm sure Kendricks gets a drive-through penalty, speeding under safety car. What happened? Not a good day for Kendricks at the moment, if I'm being honest. Hopefully he can come back stronger, though, throughout the later portion of this race. Xiaomi, by the way, we haven't talked about that move for P2. Xiaomi is back up into P2, is into second position. Oh, and he actually comes into the pit lane. Okay, so the Williams is into the pits, and now the Sol Williams, this F1 racer, is out of this race. A lot of drivers into the pits, actually. 4, to be exact. Ickle Bickle, one of those. He was losing a lot of time on the mediums, so I wonder if he feels that the hards are like a better option or something like that. Xiaomi on the hards. I wonder if mediums aren't the correct option here. So Flair will lead us away once again, and the question is, will he be able to continue to get that gap and break into to that 2-second gap he once had? Oh, and I just got confirmation. It was not Speed Queen. It was actually Waitsy that went into the back of Vickle at turn 1. Yeah. So it looks like it's all good. Looks like there's like no conflict or anything like that. But my apologies. I thought it was Speed Queen, but it was actually Waitsy. It was the second Alfa Romeo. So my bad. But Flair leads us away as Viperize has rejoined the session. The Ferrari driver, unfortunately, out of this race. Both Ferraris out. A disaster for Scuderia Ferrari at the Austrian Grand Prix. What is going on with Flair's car? It's like staying in one gear and revving super, super high. Because it's that, and because I don't want you guys to hear the weird gear shift lag or whatever it is, I'm going to stay on board with our second place sitter at the current moment, Speed Queen. And she has had a really, really strong season. Honestly, really happy to see the Alfa Romeo up there. Really happy to see the Speed Queen is up there. Of course, a new driver to the league as well. And yeah, she's been really, really impressive. I think China is a perfect example of that. She came through the field, really, really just took control and just like said, I'm doing this, I'm going for that win. And she came super close. I think if she had another lap remaining, I think she would have gotten that first LSR win. Technically, she has had a win. It was in the first preseason test that we did, but it's not an official win. I guess it's a non-championship race, if you guys want to call it that or something like that. But yeah, she's definitely got the pace for the championship, definitely got pace for consistent podiums and wins and all that sort of thing. So really, really happy to see that she's up there and excited to see what she could do. B-Tom in P3 as well, back into the top 3 positions. And he's back in this race. Good to see. And So Hypes as well, another driver back in this. So, safety car is ending. Finally, we get racing underway for the second time. The second restart begins. Flair. Will he be able to go at exit at turn 9? No, he actually goes to the entrance at turn 9. I think Speed Queen was thinking that Flair would do the exact same thing that he did the previous safety car. But that's not the case. So Flair now leads by second. Another great start for the Alpine driver. Any changes in the top 5? No, it doesn't look like it. Maybe a change for 4th, though, if So Hypes gets past. Let's see, the Aston Martin gaining on that McLaren. Is he going to go for it? Your boring defends. So Hypes going around the outside. Ooh. Your boring's just going to get ahead, though. Can So Hypes get the better exit? That is the question. Yes, he actually does. He's going to look to the inside line. Wow, look at the speed comparison between the Aston and the McLaren. And So Hypes looks to be getting ahead. Oh, a little bit of contact between the two drivers. Just wheel banging, though, so it shouldn't be any damage or anything like that. But So Hypes gets up into 4th now, so good move. Meanwhile, Kevin Cal and Shahomey swapping positions. CPI Forzan looking to make a move on the Alfa Romeo of Waitsy. Forzan up into 13th now. Albrecht and Kienzholm, meanwhile. Oh! Albrecht spinning off there at turn 8. Another corner. Oh, whoa, battle here for P6 now. Vacant, Kevin, and Kienzholm. Wow, this is amazing racing. Alexis Beast in this battle as well. This is almost an 8-car train of cars in this battle here. Here comes Tom in the Mercedes. Any moves going on? Doesn't look like they anticipate the braking, guys. Yes, they... Oh, the Aston spins. Kienzholm and Kevin Cal make contact. I believe that's because Kienzholm spun on the exit, and Kevin Cal was just right there. Forzan. Oh, Tom and Forzan. Contact there. Not sure what happened, but Tom hopefully doesn't have any damage. Not sure what happened to the Mercedes. Went very wide. Is Yaborn in vacant? Side by side, it looks like. And now, who's the AlphaTauri? Alexis Beast. Alexis Beast and Shahomey in a great battle here. CPI Forzan in this fight and looking to get ahead of these two drivers. Ickle Bickle right there as well. Forzan right on the back of the Group 2 Red Bull driver, reserving for the AlphaTauri team today. DRS is now enabled as we see it come up on the top of our screen there. And Forzan will be looking to make that move on Alexis Speed, probably into turn 3, but Ickle Bickle is also looking for that move. He's got better tires. Oh, Alexis goes off track. He gets a time penalty in the process. That's going to allow Forzan and Ickle to get ahead. Meanwhile, battle for second position now. Taz and Speed Queen. B-Tom gets ahead. Taz, Speed Tom up into second position. Boring and Vacant. They're having a battle here for fifth. Here comes Vacant. Vacant going around the outside of Boring. Trying to find a good camera angle. There we go. Vacant gets ahead, and he's on the mediums, so he should have a faster car than Boring at the moment. And Shahomi's going to start catching up to these guys as well, so we could see a three-way fight for P5 in a few laps. Because Shahomi's on those 4-lap-old hards, and Ickle Bickle in that battle as well on those 4-lap-old hards. And Waitsy on fresh new mediums as well, so tire strategy really coming down to decide a race decider kind of thing, like who has the better strategy. But at the same time, it's just all racing. I think it doesn't really matter about the strategy. It's more just like who can get ahead kind of thing. Forzan on the back of Shahomi. Will he go for the inside move? No, he's going to stick to the outside. He's not going to make that move on Shahomi. That's the smart move from Forzan here. He's going to try and overtake Shahomi maybe into turn 4, although he doesn't get a very good exit off of the exit. He will stick behind the Williams for the time being. So no change for 7th at the current moment. Ickle Bickle in P9, followed by Waitsy in that Alfa Romeo in P10. And any news on Keensholm and Kevin Cal? Let's see. Looks like no damage for either driver at the current moment, but they are a long ways back. So contact between the two. Kevin might report Keensholm. The thing is, though, Keensholm, there's nothing really he could do. He spun, and it's not like he was intentionally doing it or anything like that. Actually, pretty much all these incidents, they are not intentional. If they were intentional, they'd be a very massive penalty. And we've seen that before. As Vacant Haddock and Boring swap positions. Meanwhile, Tom leads the session. Wonder if that's an internet issue or something like that, or something else that I'm not aware of, or I don't know. Forzan's not getting past Shahomi here, and Ickle's going to look to get past Forzan here as he's going for the inside. Oh, Ickle makes contact. He saves the car, though. Thank goodness. That was a very good save from Ickle Bickle. So no change there. I hope he didn't get wing damage, though. That's the question. Let's take a look. Doesn't look like any wing damage for the Mercedes. Finally, the game shows me a good camera angle. Yeah, so no damage for Ickle. And the only thing that was lost is maybe like a 10th or 2 to CPI Forzan. Not really sure who was at fault of the incident. I doubt it'll be reported as well. So I'm sure it's A-okay. So Shahomi has caught up to Boring and Vacant. And speaking of Boring, he does go quite wide there. And Vacant will look to make that move on that McLaren. This is not good news for Forzan, as Shahomi will be in that DRS train. So Forzan's going to have to go for like a late overtake kind of thing. He gets very close to the back of Shahomi. And he's not getting super... Oh, Shahomi makes a little bit of mistake. A little bit of a mistake for the Williams. That allows Forzan to have a really good run at the Williams and likely get past. Shahomi's coming back at him. Ooh. A little bit of contact between the two. Ickle Bickle's now going to look to make that move. And he does successfully. Shahomi down into 9th. Seems like Shahomi was having some understeer issues there and wasn't able to keep with Forzan and Ickle. And Waitsy's now going to look for that overtake as well. And remember, he's on the fresh new mediums as he's going down the inside on the Williams. You don't see a lot of overtakes into turn 9. Waitsy's going for it, though. Shahomi goes a little bit wide in the process. They're still side by side. Wow. Waitsy will get ahead because he got the DRS, though. Brave from the Alfa Romeo driver. Really, really brave. And that worked out. Alexis Beast in this battle. So the AlphaTauri driver joins the fight. So good news there. A swap between the two teammates as well. Shows they are definitely working together. Yaboring and Forzan do swap positions. Question is, will Ickle Bickle be able to make that overtake on Yaboring, or will Yaboring play the team game and try and hold up Ickle as much as he can? Let's find out. So the battle for fifth, has increased by a few cars. So good. That's good news. We want to see more action. And Vacant really doing a good job to kind of hold up this pack, although those tires are going to start dropping off, and Forzan's are not. He's got the tires in their prime window, and he should have a really good run at Vacant to get up into P5 of the Austrian Grand Prix. On lap 18, here comes CPI Forzan. Forzan looking to the inside. Vacant's gonna defend. Meanwhile, Ickle Bickle and Yaboring side by side. It looks like Ickle got ahead of that McLaren. Here comes Forzan though, the McLaren driver, looking to make that move. He's going for it, around the outside. Vacant's just gonna keep the position though. Can Forzan get the better exit though? Let's see. Down to turn 5 we come. Forzan looking around the outside, but he's not gonna do it. The Red Bull's just gonna defend the line. Very well done from Vacant and Forzan. Oh, and Forzan loses the car just about a touch. He saved it though. Turn 8 proving to be a very difficult corner as we were talking about it. Alexis Beast does spin off at the 8th turn of this Red Bull Ring track, further proving that this is a very difficult corner to get right. Taz has set the fastest lap of the race. So Taz Beatom in that Haas has got without DRS range of Speed Queen. Meanwhile, CPI Forzan and Ickle Bickle, I believe, have swapped positions, and now Yaboring is looking for the overtake on his teammate. Will there be a move? No, I don't believe so. But Ickle has got ahead, and Alexis Beast has retired for the session. Forgot to mention that, but yeah, that's happened. Ickle Bickle looking for the move on Vacant Haddock, so while Forzan couldn't get past. Oh, hold on a second. Stohypes has spun at turn 4. The championship leader has rejoined the fight, but has spun and has lost massive amount of time to the top 3. Yaboring now getting past the Aston Martin. No, not Stohypes. He was having such a good race in 4th and chasing down the top 3 as well. It's not over yet, though. He's still got 16 laps to go. Come on, Stohypes, let's do this. Ooh. Whoa, what happened? Lot of position change. Oh, thank goodness, that's Vacant in the pit lane. I thought there was like a massive collision or something like that. He's coming to the pit lane for a set of medium compound tires. So another set of mediums for Vacant Haddock. He also got a 5-second penalty in the process of that. Very interesting. So he had to pit at some stage because those tires were dropping off quite massively. Thing is, though, which is very weird, he's pit onto the mediums. So, by my calculations, he'll have to pit again, because of that tire rule, where you have to pit in at least another set of compound tire. But, I don't know. Oh, Ickle Bickle, 3-second time penalty. That's gonna hurt his race. Oh, he's got no wing. Ickle's got no wing on the front end plate. What happened there to the Mercedes? That's why he's dropping back. Not a super great race for Ickle Bickle. I want to see what happened to the Mercedes driver. I wonder if he'll come into the pit lane. No, he doesn't come in. Oh, he does. Okay. And meanwhile, Speed Queen and Beatom do come into the pits. Ickle coming into the pit lane for the medium tire. It's not the worst situation, but he's going to lose a lot of time to come into the pit lane for the wing change. So the Mercedes does come into the pits. Keen's home in the pits as well. All right, look at this. McLaren 2-3 in this race. They've had a super strong result right now. It's going quite well. If they can keep this up, that'll be really good for McLaren. I don't think CPI Forzan or Yaboring will be pitting. Question is, will they get overtaken from the fast cars right behind. Xiaomi and Waitsy. They're going to be coming through the field. However, Waitsy does have 13-lap-old mediums, and those medium tires are going to severely drop off. Sevillaflare comes into the pit lane. Race leader is into the pits. And I calculated that wrong. Forzan and Yaborin will likely come into the pit lane. Yaborin's coming into the pit, so CPI Forzan takes over as race leader of the Austrian Grand Prix. I wonder if he's going to wait for a safety car. That would be very, very interesting. Let's watch this, though. B-Tom, I haven't even noticed this, actually. B-Tom may be able to overtake Sevillaflare. This is for the race lead of the Austrian Grand Prix. He's done it. B-Tom has done it. B-Tom takes the lead. He's undercut Sevillaflare. Though, Sevillaflare might have a really good chance of overtaking B-Tom. B-Tom, though, has absolutely pulled the absolute strategy here. It's an amazing strategy from the Haas driver. And Ickle Bickle does retire from the race. That is in the pit lane as well. So the Mercedes into the pits. Not a good day for him, I gotta say. But that's okay. He'll come back stronger, I'm sure of it, in the next one. But wow, B-Tom up into fourth now, which will basically become first. He is undercut Sevillaflare. Sevillaflare, who was leading this race pretty much from start to lap 20 or so, has now been undercut from B-Tom. The question is, can he re-overtake? B-Tom fastest lap. And he's now chasing down Waitsy, Xiaomi, and Forzan. Those are the three drivers he's chasing. Speed Queen in P6 at the moment. Kind of in a lonely stage, I gotta say. She might be able to catch up, though. A battle for P3, I think, is going to be the battle she's looking for, is the Red Bull swap position. Vacant Haddock and Kendricks up into, or swap positions up into 8th and 9th, and Vacant will be looking to overtake Kevin Cow, who technically could go to the end of the race on these tires, if I'm being honest. It's B-Tom. B-Tom up into 3rd now. Gets past Waitsy. Sevillaflare looking for the overtake now. Whoa! Goes around the outside of the Alpha and does get ahead. Good move. And Waitsy's into the pit lane. That's understandable. The Alfa Romeo will come into the pits either for... Actually, I don't know what he's going to be doing. Let's see. Coming into the pit lane for... It looks like softs. No, it is mediums. Okay. Makes sense. As a move for P2, it seems... Here comes B-Tom, and Sevillaflare's in this battle as well. Whoa! Whoa! Sevillaflare right through the middle! Wow! How could this work out? Oh my goodness! Sevillaflare, the move of the century, went right through the middle of B-Tom and Xiaomi, just like Danny Stillers did back in Season 3 at Aston Martin. Sevillaflare, what a move! What a move that was! That's definitely going in the moments, the race moments of the season. Sevillaflare, my man, dude, you've just done an absolutely amazing overtake. Oh my goodness, that was awesome. That was freaking awesome. Sevillaflare up into P2 ahead of B-Tom in the Haas. That was insane from the Alpine. I didn't fully grab it on camera, unfortunately. I was trying to find a good angle of it. There was like no room. And Sevillaflare just did it. Oh my goodness. Wow. So CPI Forzan leads the way by around 2.4 seconds from Sevillaflare. The McLaren up into first. So hypes and Yaborin swapping positions there. Oh, a little bit of wheel banding there. It's all good though. Seems like drivers are getting a little bit too much understeer into that corner. I've seen a few like understeer moments where cars just go super wide. That's also down to turn 4. That's the difficulty of this track, actually, is that there's so many corners where it's like impossible to overtake. The thing that kind of balances out is that there's a lot of straights, so you can overtake on the straight. The only like really okay place to make it overtake is turn 3. I think you can send it up the inside or something like that. Turn 1 is like honestly impossible. I don't think it's even like good to do that. I don't think it's wise. And then there's turn 4, which I just mentioned. This one we're coming up to now. It's a corner where it's just like, it's really hard because the corner kind of, you can see it right there. B-Tom kind of just like, the corner goes to the left. It kind of just goes to the edge. It's not like a corner where you have a lot of room on the left-hand side, like other corners. So yeah, that's that. It's really hard. And we've seen that in the F1 races. Actually, a lot of drivers have gotten penalties for forcing another driver off the track. Because that's... Oh, that's CPI Forzan spinning around. That's the McLaren driver. He comes into the pit lane. Was he trying to enter the pits and then he spun or something like that? Forzan in the pits. A spin for the McLaren driver. So that's going to really lose him a lot of time. Soft tires for Forzan. He's going to come out in 11th, I believe. Maybe even 12th. I think it might be 12th for McLaren. That's unfortunate, but a good battle here for P6. Oh, Soap's goes a little bit wide, gets a 3-second time penalty in process, actually. Yaboring getting past Kendricks. Yaboring now looking for the move on Sohypes. Whoa! Sohypes now sending it on the Alpha. Whoa! Okay, a little bit late. Whoa! Way too late. Whoa, guys! Waitsy now weaving his way through. That was... Okay, I'm not sure what happened there, but, yeah, not super great racing, I'd say. But yeah, you're boring up at a 6th now. Kevin Cal in 9th. He was kind of hit by the McLaren there, if I'm being honest. Forzan now in 11th, so he's going to have to come back through this field if he's going to want to get up here and back into the top 10 as Speed Queen looking for the move on Shahomi. She's going to go for P3 in this race. And the move should be hers. There we go. Oh, Forzan's out in the pits. Why has he done that? Sohypes is out in the pits. Why have both of them done that? That's odd. And Taz B-Tom looking for the move on Stevleflare. Not sure why both drivers who are in a position to get up there have just retired from the race in the pits. Really not sure about that one. But we have Waitsy and Yaboring. They are swapping positions. Forzan was in a good position, actually, to come back. Maybe he had to go somewhere. But Yaboring looking for the move on Waitsy. We'll see if he can get ahead. Kevin Cal in that fight as well. Move for P1. Let's take a look at this. B-Tom. Whoa, he was looking for it. He's not going to make that move, though. B-Tom looking for the overtake. Is he going to go for it? No, he is not. He should have another opportunity in the next lap or two to overtake Stevleflare. These two pretty much in a league of their own right now. The others are a few seconds behind, I'd say. Albrecht and Kiensom swapping positions for 11th right now. I'm still curious to see why Forzan and Sohypes both retired from the session. That's kind of interesting. But Kiensom looking to re-overtake Albrecht. Whoa, a little bit of contact between the two. Another turn 4 incident. That's yeah, I don't know. We may not be racing here again next year. It seems like this track there's just too many places to make contact or something like that. It's not. I think turn 1 needs to be redesigned. Honestly. Whoa, what just happened here? Sevaflare and Taz. Leaderboard's completely mixed up. Did I just lag out of the session, or is that... I do not know what's going on. What is going on? Oh, there we go. Okay, I think the top 3 are now... Yeah, the top... There we go. There we go. I don't even know what happened. But we're back, finally, with the remaining drivers we do have. Leaderboard was acting kind of funny there. Yep, boring and vacant. Good battle here for 6. Oh, whoa. What is going on? Vacant just completely goes... Did he leave the session? Oh, I wonder if Vacant left the session. That's why the leaderboard was glitching. Because... Is anyone else having that issue? Let's see. Well, we know Tom is left. Yeah, what is going on? This must be my screen. This is another lag point. Let me see if anyone's chatting in group 1 about it. Yeah, this is... Okay, I wonder if the lobby's just glitched. Yeah, I think... Yeah, I think this is... This lobby may be glitched. Yeah, I think the lobby just glitched. I think that's what's happened. Okay, that's really weird. Yeah, I think that might conclude things, honestly. I don't know if the racing is still happening. I don't know what's going on. This game is just kind of a pain. And, like, I don't know. I think there's a few drivers that kind of feel the same way, and I don't even know if they're going to continue or whatever, but, yeah. It is what it is. We deal with what we got, kind of thing. Another glitch. I think what's probably going to happen is we'll take the results from when the glitch started. Like whenever the glitch started, we'll take the results from the lap before. Unless the racing's still happening. I think it kind of is for some drivers, maybe. But I have a feeling that's probably what we'll do. I don't know. I don't know what the game is doing. I don't know what the racing is doing. We're on lap 33 out of 36. We still have technically 3 laps remaining. It doesn't look like anyone else is having issues. I know Vacant left the session. Well, we have a move here. Kevin Cal going for the move on Kendricks. Up into 7th now. So Kev is up in the 7th position ahead of Kendricks. And up into a good position for points. Sevaflare's out. What? What has just happened? The Alpine driver's retired at what corner? Where is his car? Turn 3, I think. I don't know. I'm the reason why I'm not fully commentating here is because I don't know if that's actually real or what the heck is going on. I think Sevaflare's just spun. I think I'm gonna read the chat as well and see if anyone has said anything. B-Tom leads the race now, but I don't know if that's the case. But Kingsholm has left the session. Okay, so the race is continuing on, but I don't know who. I don't even know what's going on because Sevaflare, according to the chat, it seems Sevaflare is not even in the game in this lobby. I think he left beforehand. So currently we have 8 drivers in this race, but I don't I don't know if that's actually true or not. We got 2 laps remaining, so we'll see. I have a feeling what we'll do, guys, is we'll probably take the grid from whenever this glitch started. So, like, I think that was like lap 29, something like that. The glitch started around lap 30. So we'll take whatever the grid was at that point and move on from that. So starting the final lap, kind of. B-Tom leads, technically. Reason why I sound unsure is because really I am unsure. I don't know what is happening. I don't know if there's a driver out. I don't know who's leading, because on some other screens, I think Sevaflare is not even in the game. And either like the AI crashed or that happened before. I don't know. And we don't know if this is going to... I doubt this will be the actual result, honestly, because of the glitch that happened. But B-Tom comes around the final couple of corners. It's been a pretty solid race for him. Him and Speed Queen and even Xiaomi as well. The top 3 have done a really good job here. Or the top 3 of this particular lobby have done pretty good here. B-Tom round the final couple of corners. The Haas driver wins the Austrian Grand Prix technically. Sevaflare may still win this if we take the results from before the glitch happened, which honestly, knowing what our admins will be doing, that's probably what's going to happen. But it's either Sevaflare or B-Tom winning this Austrian Grand Prix. We'll come back to you on who exactly won the race through social media and all that sort of thing. After we kind of finalize what happened. If this does finish like this, like really good result for Alfa Romeo, Speed Queen and Wade CP2 and P3, Xiaomi 4th, and then it's boring. So, yeah, kind of a weird one. I don't know exactly who has won the race. I don't know really what's going on, and I'm sorry if I keep saying I don't know, because that's the truth, honestly. But like I mentioned, we'll come back. We'll come back and see. All right, so here's our podium celebrations. Whoa, there's a wreath. He's got a wreath. That's cool. That's a new animation I haven't seen before. So congrats to B-Tom, who wins the race at the current moment. And if he does win the race, then yeah, congrats to him. Alfa Romeo P2 and P3. As the Austrian Grand Prix does conclude in kind of a weird one. It was good racing, then there was some bad racing, and then there was a glitch that happened. So kind of back and forth race, but yeah, pretty enjoyable, I gotta say. So here are the results for the Austrian Grand Prix, but honestly, guys, I wouldn't take anything from it. There we go, look. It says the fastest lap went to Kingsholm, and he had a 4-minute lap time. I don't I don't understand how that's the case. It's glitches like that what I'm talking about right here. So yeah, I think this game has just got too many glitches. I don't even know if we'll be able to finish the season, honestly, if I'm being honest, just because of how many glitches. Not down to the drivers, just down to the glitches. I'm hoping we can, but we will see. That of course depends on the owners and admins. But yeah, that's it from the Austrian Grand Prix. I believe that concludes things. kind of a weird Group 1 race, and like I mentioned previously, we will let you all know what the results truly are on our social media posts and the Discord chat and all that sort of thing as well. Do keep an eye on that, as yeah, we'll definitely let you know about all that sort of thing. But yeah, I never really got a chance to say this, and since we're towards the end of the race, I might as well say it. I think this is the first time I've announced it on live stream, but I think pretty much everybody here knows. But I thought I'd just say it anyway. Yeah, I am stepping down as the league owner of LSR. I've been league owner for, I want to say, 4 seasons now, and even before that, since pretty much the beginning of 2020 or so. I think it was, I want to say, we started this league officially in the summer of 2020. But yeah, it's been an amazing journey. I honestly really am happy about being here in the league, and I'm not leaving, fully not leaving. And you can read my my full announcements post in the Discord chat and on Instagram as well, as I did get a chance to post that. You can find out kind of why and all that sort of thing. But I just want to say I'm really happy to see the community that has come here, made so many friends along the way, and I'm just happy that so many people are here racing, and I hope the racing will be able to continue. Not with the glitches that we saw today. Hopefully a different sort of racing, as we have seen in the past of this incredible league. The owners will be Ethan, Sequit, and Ickle Bickle. Those 3 will be the people to contact if you have any questions about the league or just any just thoughts or anything like that. Contact them. You can still contact me, but the reason why I'm saying contact them is because I probably won't have the information since I'm no longer league owner. I'm just taking a different position in the league, and yeah, I wanted to say that here on live stream in case anyone didn't see the announcements post in LSR. But know that I'm really proud of how this league has come about. I'm really happy how the grid has been formed. I'm really happy how many people really care about having this league continue. And the reason why I'm stepping down is because of I think that this league can continue. I wouldn't be stepping down if I knew that the league would not continue. I'm stepping down because I know that it will be okay without me. And yeah, that's one of the reasons. So yeah, just want to say I'm really happy to have been here throughout the owner team. I'm still going to be part of the league, commentating, driving, all that sort of thing. I'm just not going to be in a management, like, consistent posts and all that sort of thing position anymore. And like I mentioned, please respect our owners. They will be in command of the league from here on out. But yeah, that concludes things from the Austrian Grand Prix. Like I mentioned before, we will let you know, I've mentioned many times, we will let you know the exact results on social media and all that sort of thing. The league will let you know. But yeah, tomorrow is Group 2, so good luck to all the Group 2 drivers, Group 3 drivers as well. Both divisions will be here at Austria, so we are not done with the Austrian Grand Prix Group 1, and pretty much after that we may be done with the Austrian Grand Prix. I'm not sure if it's going to be here for Season 5, but yeah, that concludes things officially. Again, thanks for watching. We've had a lot of people join the live stream, so I really appreciate that. Subscribe to LSR to see more content. The league's almost got 130 subscribers, which is awesome on YouTube. And join the league as well through the link in the description if you have not joined yet. If you are looking to drive, commentate, or even just be a part of the community. Like we even just give you like a member role, and we'll have you just chat and all that sort of thing. You don't even have to drive. You can just be a part of it. But yeah, definitely join through the Discord link down below. But I'm Formula Jonah, LSR founder, signing off. We will see you all tomorrow for Group 2. And yep, peace out.